Welcome back, and apologize for the fuckery last week. Dunk, I heard you had a great show. We're going to talk about that a little bit, but the computer is live rested and completely factory reset. Welcome to Highly Inappropriate. Let's fucking go. Wow.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
You're listening to Highly Inappropriate.
I don't think she's going to be expecting something big, do you?
What, like anal?
Whiskey, beer, tequila, more beer, more vodka, more whiskey, and more beer.
Highly Inappropriate.
Right, so let me get this straight. So I'm going to pay for a blowjob and I got to pay for a goddamn hotel room too? Well, that just seems like I'm spending too much money for nothing. I got a house. You can just get your ass over here and I can just do the blowjob here.
Highly Inappropriate.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
They can kiss my fat vagina, because I'm bringing the motherfucking pay.
Welcome back, motherfuckers. Another episode of Highly Inappropriate. Why is it starting again? Don't you be doing that shit. Is it going again? Oh, I fucked something up. Hey, you know what? We come with fuckery every week. And again, like I said in the intro, I apologize for last week. I'm telling you what. So I went to start the show and, partially my fault because I started a little late. Typically, I'll hop on the computer, make sure everything's ready to go. And it was like about 6:30. I hopped on the computer. I'm ready to start, loading shit. And no matter what I can't do, I can't get Facebook Messenger to open, so I can't send the show notes over to people, and I also couldn't send the link over. So I try to pop in Gmail. Then the browser just stops working completely. So I end up having to factory reset the computer. But lo and behold, I'm like sitting here till like 7:30, and finally the computer's just not working. And I've kind of given up at that point. So, yeah, you guys did the show without me though, bub. How'd that go?
Yeah, we had to do it without Beaver too because I couldn't figure out how to get him in there. Like I thought you could. I just did it live on the Facebook and recorded with the Audacity, like you taught me. Like you taught me, very well how to do that. But
yep.
The thing is, I don't know how. I thought you could add other people to a Facebook video, and we couldn't figure that out. So Beaver unfortunately got left behind, and me and Josh talked to my brother about his dubstep career, and
Beaver's dubstep career.
Yeah, my brother's dubstep career. And went in depth about drugs and stuff like that. It's a pretty good show, pretty good listen,
Drugs are bad.
Drugs bad. Now, Beaver, speaking of drugs, are you sideways on the goddamn screen right now, or what's going on?
I think your whole outlook on life is sideways.
Yeah, I agree. It's fucked up. So you guys, by the way, so great job, first off, for pulling my weight last week, and two, bonus for all the listeners, we're gonna have 2 episodes this week, so I'm gonna upload that to Spotify and all the fun podcasting apps, so you're gonna get 2 podcasts this week. So
you're gonna have to check it out. Like my brother is done a ton of research on DMT, and
we're ready to do it live.
I dove in with questions, and it was fun to get answers for like every question. So
brilliant.
Some good stuff on there, bub.
Good stuff about DMT. There you go.
You know how we do, bub.
Yeah,
we need more stuff on DMX.
We're gonna have a lot more Carthage listeners this week, so that's great. Love it. Oh man. So, anything exciting besides the episode on Sunday? Anything exciting happened the last couple of weeks there, Dunk? I know you said you got a new video game, correct?
Chivalry. It's pretty fucking dope, dude. It's like a 40-player, all online. 64 up to 64 actually, so like 32 versus 32 online battlefield medieval, just fucking war, dude. And it's fucking electric, and I'm pretty good at it. And it makes me realize that I would have been good at being like a Viking back in the day and stuff and fighting like that,
because he can click buttons well.
And then also I think about like the balls, dude. Like, could you imagine the balls?
Think about my balls. Keep going. Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, if you just say, hey, like, we don't agree with you, so we'll meet you at this field, bring your axes and fucking armor, and we're just going to run at each other. And
not to cut you off, Duncan. Not to cut you off, but actually your own mother in the chat says, what is DMT? Can you explain to her what DMT is? Your mother, and probably my mother, and everybody else that doesn't know what DMT is. Can you explain what it is?
I'm not going to. We're on a new show, and if you know what DMT is, you can go back and listen to the show from last week.
I mean, I'm not an expert either, but it's they call it the God. A lot of people call it the God molecule because it can literally reprogram your brain. They say it's a drug. It's an hallucinogen. So, and it doesn't last long. It's like 20 minute high, and it literally just, if you've ever listened to a Tool album or looked at a cover of a Tool album, they say that's basically looking at the cover of a Tool album, that kind of like kaleidoscope picture. That's kind of what you see, but in a weird way. Everybody has a different experience, but it also comes from like poison out of a frog's ass, I'm pretty sure too. So
it's down there.
Psychedelics, bro.
It's down there in where I forget, down south. But anyways,
hallucinogens come from the weirdest places. We got like we got cow shit and fucking a frog's asshole. So I mean, like, next thing we're gonna know is like dogs. Like somewhere in a dog's butt, we're gonna find the cure for cancer. So that's awesome.
Beaver's got like catfish blowing in his face. Definitely true. But no, we the way they explained it, like I had tons of questions. Wasn't 100% sure. Like he had seen people do it, and he said like. They legit like will take 2 hits and act like it's enough. Then you make them take 1 more hit, and you be like their little trip guide, and like they like literally go out cold, like eyes roll back out cold for like 15 fucking minutes, dude.
Yeah.
And they say like it's almost like God comes and talks to you, and like everything how you're living like is either bad or good. Like just it could either really really fuck you up or like. It's just insane to think about how it's nuts.
It shows you, apparently it's supposed to show you how you're connected to the universe, essentially.
And Josh has also done a bunch of research, and he was talking about it. I wish he was here. And he said, like, a lot of people say that the like the Bible and religion and stuff, a lot of religions and stuff were wrote like from DMT back in the
people just getting real stoned and real fucked up, and
more than getting real stoned, that's for sure.
If God talks to you, you're not just smoking weed.
Like it's kind of scary to think about, you know what I mean? Like,
do you want to take some?
I don't know, man. Like I was joking around, like I want to do it. I do it in the depth. And like after they like explained everything and all that, like I don't know. Like,
you're afraid to face like all the shit you've done. Is that what you're saying, or what?
That man, like I did shrooms, and that was like terrible. Like I hated every second of it.
Your little acid trip a couple years ago.
That was
he doesn't want God to tell him how much of a fuck up he is.
This is like
you just heard Metallica.
Like that times 1,000. Like Devin has like I forget the guy's name, but he talks about him and like he's read a bunch of his books, and he's like one of the main guys like about this stuff. And I guess this guy like did DMT like at the peak of like an acid trip and shit like that, and like wrote a whole book. And I don't know,
you should ask your brother.
Dude.
You should ask him if he's read The Sacred Mushroom and the Cross.
I don't know.
Or The Mushroom and the Sacred Cross.
The guy's name.
I can't. It's a book I delved into a couple years ago, but I think I first learned about it on
Reddit, either
Rogan or another podcaster, like Stapleton, and it's all about essentially like what you said, how the Bible was written by people on hallucinogens, like they had out of body experiences essentially when they took these drugs, and that was like kind of their response, or they kind of learned about life. It's crazy. It's not necessarily a true story. It depends on what you believe, but it brings up very interesting evidence, so it's just, and anybody can make a correlation to anything. So I'm not trying to, it is what it is, but it'd be interesting to see if your brother's read that book though, because it's pretty solid.
All right, thanks a lot, Mom, for ruining the show. But back to what we were talking about, the medieval like chivalry stuff had made me start thinking about like how the fuck back in the day that they would countries would just be like, I don't like you, you don't like us. Let's fucking settle this shit, dude. Bring your axes, your fucking swords, your maces. We're gonna line up on each side of each other in this field, about fucking hundreds of people deep, and we're just gonna charge at each other and fucking hand-on-hand weapon combat to the death. Like,
hey,
They didn't have minimal video
insane,
games
dude.
to waste
Hey,
their time.
honestly, you made the joke that you would be good at like being a warrior back
I
in the
would be terrible, dude.
But hold on, do you
I would be
understand?
the coward guy in the movie. Like I would
You
be
understand? You understand that's what ADHD people are? They say evolutionary. Like we were the hunters back in the day. We were the fucking savages on the battlefield. That's what makes us different. It's because our reaction speeds are higher than the average person. Like in our ability to see things before they happen. Like, so you might have
Josh's
been
been here for 2 seconds and he's already spilled a Mountain Dew all over the
Spilled
place.
a Mountain Dew. I see your dog's pissed off. He got a gerbil biting on his leg. Dunk's jerking off with his right hand right now. So if you get a play-by-play, careful, Josh. You're about to get to Mountain Dew on Bobble Dick. We do not want that to happen. That was a very expensive Christmas gift. Very nice Christmas gift, by the way. Duncan, I don't know what he's holding with his left hand, but he looks like a statue right now. And like he could be jerking off a dick with his left hand, and the way his right hand is underneath it looks like he could be cupping some balls. So
Hey, Josh.
not making any assumptions, but Josh is on the show now. What's up, buddy? And now Duncan's leaving. Okay, so this is going great. Hell yeah, tag in.
The
It's
microphone.
like a fucking wrestling match. I'm about to tag in my 7-year-old daughter. Hold on just a second. What's up, buddy?
Josh,
We're just going around the horn. You might as well tell us, well, first off, where the fuck you been? And second off, how was the show last week?
First of all, the show last week was great. We
his
learned
mic
a lot.
sounds shitty.
I don't know what all Doug here said, but we definitely learned a lot of stuff. And,
Turn your mic up. Turn your mic up. Turn your mic up, Dunk. Mic up.
All right.
Try it now.
Yeah,
There we go. There you are. Okay, let's try that again. How was your week last week?
My week last week, great. Show was good. I was a little out cold. Kind of overslept my alarm.
Hey, it happens, man. We've all been passed out drunk before. We get it, Josh. It's okay, bud. You're allowed that. That is strike 3 for you, though. That took me.
Yeah.
That means you get jerked off by beaver, which is actually a penalty here on Highly Inappropriate.
Yeah, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
You get it left-handed. You don't even get the good hand.
But Dunk, okay, so I'm literally trying to spit science at Duncan here, and he's fucking wiping up Mountain Dew on his keyboard. Do you understand that ADHD people, that they think that's evolutionary? We were the warriors, the hunters back in the day. Like that's why we are the way we are. We're so impulsive because we had to be. We were always fighting for our lives.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. But what I'm saying is, you drop us in that time, we're not making it, bro.
No, most millennials aren't making it. I'm grabbing one of them fucking maces that swing from a rope, and I'm just standing in a circle and just knocking motherfuckers out with that goddamn thing, just swinging it. If I got, my only strength is my strength. So if I can swing a big hammer where nobody can get close to me and just knock motherfuckers out, that's my only chance. No, I'll be out there like Link and Zelda for sure.
Like if we were in those times again, like Brock Lesnar is like surviving and shit.
Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar's good. I'm just trying to be friends with Brock Lesnar. In medieval times, yeah.
Like if it was still medieval times, like he would be that guy. He might have a crown on top of his head.
Yeah, I mean that's why I would survive. People like me and you would survive is because we'd be making the right people laugh, and they're like, "Yeah, we're taking these guys with us because we need these guys."
It would make our show better because they would like bring us into the castle and like, make me laugh. You're getting
oh my god. That actually could be a hilarious movie if you think about it. Like two bums in a medieval, they just were picked kind of because they're funny, and like we're at the back of every fucking line, and sometimes the line gets penetrated, and just having us like retreat would be hilarious. I'm thinking, yeah, that's a good idea. Write that down.
They would put us in the kingdom, dude. Like we would have to do our show live in front of the king, and if we didn't make him laugh, they would throw us to the lions in the pit, and
we'd be done.
We'd be dead for it. Yeah, it'd be over. But what you would use a mace, like the swinging thing, like
the swinging mace for sure, and just be knocking motherfuckers out from like a distance.
My weapon of choice is the executioner's axe. That's what I use. It's like really big, real long reach, kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of.
You might get one swing in, and then you're fucking dead.
I'm just doing this, dude, really fast.
Really fast. Oh, you just reminded me of Will Ferrell and Step Brothers there. I might just come out with nunchucks and just start clocking people with nunchucks. Speaking of nunchucks, we got some Diaz Brothers talk today coming up here shortly. I'm pretty excited for that, but continue. Proceed.
No, you're good.
I mean, are these, Josh, what would your weapon of choice be, buddy?
Man, I don't know. Probably, I don't know, man. Probably something ranged, I think.
I thought I'd pull my dick out and just start swinging it.
That? No, I think I'd want to something ranged so I could be a little bit away. Maybe, like a
So you're not using Beaver's dick, so yep.
Yeah, not Beaver's dick. But I do I think that if we drop Duncan back in medieval times, like just Duncan, that he would be a force because he's like a foot taller than everybody back then. So he would just be this giant and nobody'd fuck with him. He would definitely be the executioner.
Think about it. And he's ugly enough. He could probably just stand there and scream like, ah! And people would just run from him.
Nah, he would try to start rapping and they'd classify him as mentally retarded.
Yeah, if he started freestyle on the battlefield, he'd probably be one that lived in a pen for sure.
I don't know. He might be like a great lyricist if he was back in medieval times, because I thought Shakespeare shit was kind of weak. So Duncan could definitely like Shakespeare.
Would be a poet.
Thou art thou bitches on the street here in Carthage.
Yeah, I would definitely be a poet, I think.
For sure.
Oh shit! I think you should write a poem. I really think we missed the opportunity for the 12 days of highly inappropriate for Christmas. That's something we should definitely do this year. Like, no doubt about it. And like each of us will have a day, and you
already did my poem. I already did that.
Beaver, you did a fantastic job, by the way.
Thank you.
Yep. Beaver's a hidden poet. I cannot get comfortable in this goddamn chair. Beaver, what did you do this week? And first and foremost, what kind of battle axe you swinging on the battlefield?
I actually want to go with the Assassin's Creed approach with the hidden blade. That shit is like cool as fuck. But I'll take a regular ass sword with me too.
By the way, Josh, something is not right on your microphone. So turn probably your head volume up, maybe. I don't know. Something's going on.
Man, we're lost for a couple of weeks and we don't know what the fuck we're doing.
I don't know. These guys are struggling like a motherfucker. No. Well, I mean, it's a good opportunity while they figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, he's saying something. Give me a minute here and I'll try to get over here to this board and figure out what's going on with it.
You're fine. Keep going, Beaver.
Yeah. But anyways, no, it's been a lot of sleeping, a lot of gambling, a lot of working. Had to work extra days, but
hey, I would like
getting those extra days in will allow me to take a nice little apparently kayak trip up to Michigan.
Yeah.
This coming weekend.
Yeah.
That was very, very random and out of nowhere, and looking forward to that little.
It sounded good. I think Monster's trying to fuck the show up. I think he's trying to fuck everything up.
Because you're a bad influence on your brother. That's what it is, Duncan. Pretty soon your brother's going to come home, start rapping. He's going to get arrested for driving a crane at some college campus. And your mom's just going to be like, just cut your ass off.
Speaking of gambling.
No, I would say you guys are you may be cutting out. So I don't know if there's how high are your microphones? Both of your microphones.
I don't know. I'm over it. I really don't get two fucks.
Speaking of gambling, though, I am very glad to see that Dunk is still not homeless this week after his wonderful betting adventures this week.
That's just a small loss, dude. You'd have been
AMC making it look like fucking pennies.
I mean, how do they lose that fucking game though? I mean, seriously, Trae Young's not playing, and you, what the fuck, man? The Bucks just aren't it. Like, I don't know if Giannis just doesn't. He reminds me there's this fighter called Uriah Hall, and he was touted coming up as like the next Anderson Silva. But the thing is, with Anderson Silva at any point, in his prime, at any point, could pull a trigger and kill you. I mean, could knock your fucking head off. Uriah Hall had the ability, but he did not have that trigger. He didn't have that, he didn't have that kill shot. And Giannis does not have it. He just doesn't. Who was I listening to now?
Giannis.
Did
I say Giannis? I think I said Giannis. I think he just said it real fast. Like maybe I'm stoned. Giannis.
Like a yawn and then Giannis. But yeah, I agree.
I forgot you're part Greek. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a fucking chivalry fucking warrior, dude. I have all that in me.
He's a man of any
You've had
chivalry.
all that in you.
He's a chivalrous man.
Yeah. Well,
Hey, Dunk, I think you could switch your name now from Dunkman and Where's Josh?
yeah, get that fixed on up.
He probably wishes I would have stayed in bed.
By the way, happy Father's Day to you fuckers. A very late Father's Day. I had a very interesting Father's Day. I decided to meet my father that morning. I ended up DJing on Father's Day, but that morning I had to meet my father. It sounded like a task. I had to meet my father. I went to meet my father at IHOP. Okay. And there is definitely a labor shortage in America because I went to this IHOP, and I'm not discriminating at all, but it was a clusterfuck because every person in this IHOP was Hispanic. Okay. And I had no problem with Hispanic people, but when not a single one of them spoke English, it was like, I'm telling you what happened. Like I'm telling you, they're struggling so hard for workers right now that I don't know if they're under new management or what, but they just pushed a bunch of people in there because they didn't know the menu. It was a clusterfuck. So I don't know what's going on with the IHOP on the south side. Like they didn't know the menu. Like it was, and I'm not, just making fun of the fact that they couldn't speak English, but like I was like, and also because I ordered a ham and cheese omelet with green peppers, and all I got was basically I got on basically egg covered with cheese. I didn't get any of my ham or any of my peppers. My brother asked for like I forget, like liver and onions or something. I can't remember what it was. He asked for something with his omelet as well. She even came back and he reiterated, yes, I want that with my omelet. And it never was brought to him.
I'll say that.
Which one was it?
It was the IHOP on 31 on the south side. It just you used to go to that place and you'd have to wait an hour. You go at 3 a.m. I don't even know if they're open at 3 a.m, but you literally, no matter what time you went to eat at that fucking place, you had to wait to eat. Not the case this time. There was no wait at all on Father's Day. And it was awful. And if it tells you anything, by the time I got my omelet with my eggs with just cheese on it, I was so fed up with waiting for our food and all the shit. Like we just kind of took it for what it was.
You're like, God, this is much longer than I anticipated hanging.
Yeah, looks like I'm eating eggs with cheese on top. So yeah. So my Father's Day was not off to a good start, but the wedding was electric.
How much you have to pay for the eggs and the cheese on top?
It was like $6. $6 too much.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, I think they even charged me for an omelet. Like it was like a cheese omelet. I'm like, where's the ham? Like, why would I get just a cheese omelet? I would just get eggs with cheese on it or something. Like that makes no fucking sense. God, here I am. I'm getting old. I'm getting old and cranky. I'm 32 years. I'll be 32 this year. This is bullshit. But yeah, these weddings lately have been getting pretty electric. But being in a relationship, there's a whole new like aspect to being a DJ when you're in a relationship. Because like for instance, I'm DJing a wedding a couple weeks ago. And like the bridesmaids are getting a little frisky. It's like sometimes when they come up and ask for a song, they'll try to dance with me or shake their ass on me. So now, like when they come up and I kind of get the feeling that they're going to be a little frisky, I have to turn and pretend like one of my wires are fucked up or something. I'm like, hey, sorry, what's up? How can I help you? But yeah, so it's very interesting, especially being in a relationship, kind of what I can and cannot do anymore. But weddings have been absolutely electric. The one I did last like Saturday, it was like 40 people, but they were all partying, and I played nothing but early 2000s hip hop, the best shit to play. Donkey, all right over there? You're like throwing your hat around, pissed off?
Yeah, this whole microphone situation, I'm pretty upset. But
I'm gonna have to drive to Carthage to figure that shit out, ain't I?
No, because I'll just fuck it up Saturday when me and Devin make our rap album. So
Zero copies sold.
Yeah, that'll be dropping in like July.
Vive, you're getting the first copy.
It'll be
no, it better be a signed copy. I want autographed pictures. We'll set up a merch booth. Have you ever thought about that? It would be funny if we could get like a local business to hold an autograph signing like for us, but it's like a made up movie or something. And we just fooled the public that we're famous just to see how many people would show up to the autograph signing, thinking like that somebody famous was at, you know.
Do the Billy Idol. Like that's what Billy Idol did till he made it.
Seriously?
He had no money and he would just like rent
It's a nice day for a white wedding.
With like rent limos and shit and have him drop him off at like the biggest clubs in New York, and eventually people were like, who's that guy? Who's that guy? He's got a son, who's that guy? And then he became Billy Idol.
My brother Pete
People would show up.
My brother says the IHOP terrible, and yeah, 7 people would show up. I'm thinking brother at least a Baker's dozen. I'm going 13 people would show up, 10 are family, and 3 of my best friends.
Have us do it at the dealership, and I bet he's
at a dealership.
Those 5 cars that day. Dude.
Oh yeah, you're sounding like 6. Be hopping in. I just imagine your drunk ass hopping in, like Greg's in the middle of selling a car, and you just hop in. You're like, "Yeah, it's a real nice vehicle," and you start freestyle rapping, and
I'd autograph the dash. Just autograph.
I actually imagine the scenario going.
That's
a really slow day today.
That's such a Kenny Powers move. Like, just imagine a celebrity at a car dealership. Like, people are selling cars. He just comes over and just thinking he's hot shit. And just starts signing every car. Hey, man, that's gonna be worth some money. Just wait. Oh man, I'm so stoned.
I say that all the time at the bank. I mean,
what's that?
The debit cards thing.
You say it all the time at the bank. Where'd all my money go?
No, like when I sign like debit card slip, like stuff like that all the time. I always go, you better hold on to that. Hold on to that. No, I ain't lying, boys. We're blowing up.
Yeah, that's what I used to say when I sold my my underwear on the internet.
You sold them?
Done that. I never did that. I was just kidding.
Beaver bought them all.
Yeah, Beaver's wearing them.
Beaver's buying them.
Beaver. Yeah, I sold underwear on the internet. Sold 7 pairs total. 6 came from a younger male in Fountaintown, Indiana, named Elliot. I don't know him personally. 1 pair went to a Chinese boy. I don't. It is what it is. Yeah. So, Beaver, if you want me to autograph those anytime, I can, bub. But. Oh shit! I'm fucking things all up here. So
I'm sure you left your mark in them already.
Yeah, I left my mark in them twice before I sent them out. Have we watched anything incredible in the last week? Anything that needs to be talked about?
I watched the new Fast and Furious movie.
Did you really? I want to go see it, but I'm kind of nervous. They said like they go to space, and it's like, oh my! I'm almost to the point. Like, these are my favorite movies, but I'm almost like, this might be too far fetched for me.
I'm just gonna say, I personally feel like it's ran its course already. And
Cars in space?
Cars in space, apparently.
Huh. All right.
Vin Diesel fighting The Rock on the moon. I can't wait.
The storyline is just not that great.
Oh, it's very stale.
Where the fuck has his brother been this whole goddamn time? He just randomly shows up after fucking 9 movies or whatever.
Yeah, I think they could have done better than that. When I found John Cena was his brother, I'm like, okay, you could have done better. Like, make it his fucking cousin-in-law. Make it the guy who fucking murdered his dad or some shit. Like,
didn't feel like there was a lot of action in it, but
I have not seen one since number 1.
My number 2 is always going to be my favorite. I always like number 2 because Tyrese is still probably my favorite character in the movie. I think his character's hilarious. Yeah, pretty tough.
My senior year, all the chicks had Tyrese posters on their wall.
Really? So did I.
He was that Calvin Klein underwear model.
Bieber had Britney Spears posters. Did we say? Hold on. Did we have an episode where we talked about that, or that was a discussed Ask an Idiot? Like, what embarrassing poster did you have on your wall as a kid? I think we can just roll that out. Since we're on the subject, we should talk about that for sure.
I had Jenny McCarthy, boys. Jenny McCarthy was on my wall. And I hung it above my bed, like where I'd lay down and could see it on the ceiling.
Yeah, your poor mother washing the jizz out of it. Your poor cheesy, Jesus Christ. I had Jessica Simpson in the Daisy Dukes from the Dukes of Hazzard for sure. Had that on the wall. Also had her Rolling Stone cover on the wall where she's like in panties. Yeah, I was like 7. No. And Trish Stratus was always a very popular wall figure in my household growing up for sure. Yeah, Trish Stratus, WWE. Wow.
See, we were Sable. Sable.
Sable, yep. Hey, Sable was the first. Sable was the original, so don't get it twisted.
The handprint over the
yeah, the famous. You know what's hilarious is I remember watching this on TV, and no shit, I was like 8 years old, and here there is a chick on the TV. This is on like NBC. Like, this is popular TV. This isn't like, doesn't like, you didn't have to like go to the internet to find this shit. Like, and Sable, Rena Mero, literally out in the ring with nothing but handprint pasties on her tits.
USA, did you get it right?
And we're like, what the fuck is this? You're like 8 years old, like, all right, I can watch this every week. Right after Walker, Texas Ranger.
That was on the pay-per-view, but her and Jacqueline were like the only chicks that back then, and they fought. And I remember on Raw one time, Jacqueline's whole fucking titty came out, dude.
Yeah.
Like you saw fucking whole nip titty.
Oh yeah, that would happen to Stephanie McMahon all the time. Like Stephanie McMahon, like definitely got a boob job, and like every time she got like mule kicked, her titty would just flop out.
Yeah,
like, there was like several episodes in a row where like you knew you were gonna see the owner of the company's daughter's boob. So like,
wrestling was so fucking good back then. I mean, like everyone Stephanie McMahon.
I don't think the people that didn't watch it back then, they'll never get our appreciation for it because
they fought each other, and whoever to save Val Venus's dick. Like if he lost the match, they were gonna cut his dick.
What about Mae Young giving birth to a slimy ass hand live on television? And it was Mark Henry's baby. Just think about the shit that happened in wrestling back in the day that would never happen now. Like, there's no way it could happen. Like,
how about every week we had
Trey. Oh God!
And Godfather walked down with the best place from that city,
whatever city.
Yeah, honestly, okay, they're getting people for saying the N word in the 70s. How has nobody went after Vince McMahon for just anything that happened? Yeah, this is 20 years ago. Yeah,
every week, and Mom just let me watch it because I don't think she realized what was going on.
Oh yeah, my mom was just completely oblivious to it. But yeah,
you can watch it, but you can't have a Stone Cold shirt that says "Hell Yeah" on it.
Oh, dude, I mean, one of my first.
Giving you a good future.
I'll never forget one of my first shirts ever. My Stone Cold shirts ever was him on the front doing the double bird. I'm like 10 or 11 years old wearing the Stone Cold shirt, just loving every minute of it.
I couldn't have the Hell Yeah shirt, so I had it was black and it had like the rattlesnake eyes and shit on the front.
Yes.
It said Austin on the back. Got it at Goodies in Newcastle.
Hell yeah.
I still got one of my favorite shirts to this day is my Fuck Fear Drink Beer t-shirt. I have Fuck Fear Drink Beer t-shirt. I also have Arrive Race Hell Leave. It's a muscle shirt. Oh man. Fantastic, dude. Some of the best times of my life are in front of a television watching wrestling growing up. That's no joke.
I remember they dropped a Stone Cold baseball jersey back white with black stripes.
Oh, so
and I wonder how much one of those are today. I remember it was like $55 back then, and Mom would not get it for me. I would love to have that right now.
It's probably expensive as fuck now, but yeah. I always wanted one of the vest.
The Stone Cold vest. I might just go all out.
I've seen the vest online, and I've tried to get my brother to buy one.
How much are they?
I don't know, but he got like the fucking real fucking replica smoking skull belt and shit.
Oh, I want one of those so bad.
So it's at first I'm like,
I would go to every party, everywhere I went. I would just have that belt over my shoulder. Just let me know the champs here.
Exactly what I was like, oh my god, that thing is so badass. I just wear that motherfucker everywhere. Just put it on and wear it to work.
I just want people to be like, why the fuck do you got that? Like, the champs here, bitch.
I just found out my uncle Bub is in the chat, and I guess my his sister, so like kind of like my aunt, was one of the hoes for the Godfather.
Hey, congratulations, bro. Your aunt was
awesome.
You know, that's funny because our buddy Dylan Bostic, he's been an extra in wrestling like several times. And that's honestly how they find their people. Like if she was like a wannabe wrestler or trying to be a wrestler or just a local model or whatever, they'll just pick her.
I'm pretty sure she worked at the adult ballet.
Hell yeah, that'll get her there too. That'll
do it.
And now they got their OnlyFans.
I'm trying. I've never heard this before. I've never heard this, but I like that.
That's awesome.
That's the same Uncle Bub that got me great tickets for Raw when it came to Indianapolis.
Oh my! Oh yeah.
It was the return of the underbiker. the Undertaker when he decided to be a biker.
Yep.
Remember when he
Oh,
came
yeah.
out on the motorcycle?
Fucking-
That
Oh,
play-
dude, I was there.
that
Bro, I
play-
was there for that shit. I was
Yeah.
there for that shit. We're at the same show.
Was it the Kid Rock or the Limp Bizkit entrance music?
it would have been the Kid Rock.
Kid
I think.
Rock.
Yeah, I think Kid Rock was the second one because Limp Bizkit was the first. Then
What song was Limp Bizkit?
Rolling.
rolling, rolling, rolling.
Oh, yeah, it would have been. It would have been. And
Yeah.
then it was
Yep.
American badass.
Yeah.
Just hype.
I'm right. She was an adult ballet.
Hey, that's amazing, man. Congratulations, dude. That's a big accomplishment, Doctor. All the pieces that have made you, it's all starting to make sense. It really is. I love it. That's not a shot. I love your mom and Ray. Yeah. Your dad, where the fuck's he been? But
Dude, I just like you were saying though, that attitude era, if you aired it today, it would be a wrap.
no chance.
No way in hell it's gonna last.
No chance. And it's unbelievable that's not even talked about. Like even the people that are like get so fucking like bent out of shape about race and that, like anything that's, feminist, anybody love wrestling and it's the biggest shit ever 20 years ago.
Most of them are still on there, dude. Like I
It's
remember
true.
being a little kid and like DX comes out and they're doing the suck it thing. Like every kid got in trouble for doing the DX suck it thing.
Oh yeah.
One time they come out and they're doing the music's playing and Triple H is doing the suck it, and then like it shows Triple H and he points in the crowd to some chick and he's like that, and then the chick flashes the camera and they put the DX logo like censored over her tits and he starts going suck it, doing the suck it, like getting chicks to flash him like in the audience. Next level, dude.
Right, it's a great time as an 8-year-old just being out there.
Oh, dude, I remember as soon as I seen that, I went, "Yeah, that's what I want to be."
Hey,
I went straight to the trampoline, like, let's be wrestlers, boys.
And he became a meth head.
If my dad was good at one thing, he could always get great tickets to every wrestling event that came into town. Like every time I went to a wrestling event, I was either in a suite or like 10 rows back. And that's because, of course, he got shit from work, free from work, of course. But yeah, just like, would just hook my ass up. I forget. He had a really good job there for a while and was upper management. I can't remember the name of the company, but they would give him just the best wrestling tickets. And it was great. Just some of the best times of my life. I remember being literally on the rail. Kevin Nash is on one of the turnbuckles, like standing up with his arms in the air, like on the rail, and he looks down at me and my buddy Cody Anderson and winks at us. He didn't try to fuck us, but yeah, he did wink at us. I thought that was pretty cool. It's at a live showing. So Kevin Nash, and these are big motherfuckers. I don't think if you've never met like a professional wrestler up close, you don't understand how big these motherfuckers are. They are unreal. Like when I met Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Stone Cold is small comparably to a wrestler, but Stone Cold, it may be the biggest human I've ever met in my life. Like he just a massive dude. Like his hands, I have massive hands. His hands just engulf my hands. Like I'm like, what is this? Just massive human beings, and they beat the fuck out of each other. So of course you love it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
good stuff, dude. We had a good era, man. We had The Rock, we had Austin, we had a really good era to come up with. Triple H and all of them. Yeah, for sure.
The best ever. Okay, on that note, speaking of wrestling, so apparently Cosby was not wrestling with women while they were passed out. So does anybody know what the fuck's going on with Cosby? He's out of prison.
I guess
they okay, and you text us in the group, but clarify what you're trying to say. You think he was set up, correct? Clear your throat, Bob.
It's a bold statement, but I think he was setting up to buy NBC, and they did not want that to happen.
So they said Cosby's got to go out. And you know how he's going to go out?
They didn't want.
They couldn't kill him, so like he raped some bitch. That's what we got to do.
But that's just my dumb white guy from Carthage opinion. So it probably holds me right.
It's hard to tell. because there are so many false allegations when it comes to celebrities. You never know what's real and what's not. But I will say Cosby does give me a rape vibe. Like, it would not surprise me that Cosby is because I mean, you never are surprised really when you hear that, a certain celebrity is out fucking raping chicks or whatever. Like, when Cosby was announced, like when this was all announced, I'm like, okay, it makes a little sense. Like, if somebody came out and said Mr. Rogers was fucking children, like, people would be like, whoa, like nobody would believe it,
Yep.
That would make more sense to me. Like Cosby, I'm a little older than you guys, and
I grew up on the Cosbys. I used to watch Nick at Night, and Cosby was every night. That was an every night thing for me. The Cosbys were
like a wholesome dude.
Yeah, for sure. But I don't know. Maybe in his later years, he just kind of gave off a creeper vibe to me. Like, I don't know.
Gee, he was so big though. It's almost like
huge.
If you're that big, why
you shouldn't have to pay? You shouldn't have to
do that.
I said this about Ben Roethlisberger too. I'm like, you're ugly when you're an NFL quarterback making millions of dollars and you had to rape a bitch in a bathroom to get pussy. Like,
I don't get like the thing with this is if they did let him out, he's about to the fuck out of the whatever prison he was. Like, he's gonna get money from all that.
Oh, for sure.
And he shouldn't hold back. Like, I would sue the shit out of him. And the one that you're gonna drop, like, go ahead and drop charges. And I've been in jail or whatever. I don't know the whole story, but like, she needs to go to jail.
Oh, the chick that
yeah, I mean, if you're gonna drop charges or say it and all that, and I've been in jail, like, it's your turn, bitch. Now you go to jail.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I'm one that's completely for most females. A lot of females that have suffered sexual abuse are afraid to come forward. That being said, I do think there are a lot of false allegations out there as well. Like whether it's vindictive for vindictive reasons, what have it. And I think there should be higher penalties for those because I've literally had friends, that's been affected by that shit. So, it's rough.
I mean, I was raped by my babysitter, but it didn't. I mean, I'm fine.
Josh, you only babysit him for like 3 years too, right?
He's all right. He told me to be all right.
Yeah.
But no, I think he was setting up to buy NBC, and I think they fucking.
Did you read this on Reddit? Did you read this on Reddit or Twitter?
I definitely read that on Reddit.
Is this literally your own theory?
I didn't see it on Reddit, but
I did see it on Infowars.com.
Some of my buddies from the streets talking about it.
That means at work. You heard some dude at work talking about it. The guy who works over in parts,
actually, no.
Loves meth, but
the meth head down the street.
I started looking into it and I Googled it, and there's a lot. It's one of those wormholes, dude. You like wormholes? You should dive down it.
I'm going.
I love wormholes.
I'll check it out.
Do I love wormholes or wormholes? Because I love them both.
I'll check it out because you were probably dismissing it.
All right. Hey, I don't know. Is he getting another fucking drink? He's already drunk, but because we're gonna talk NBA playoffs. Hats off.
I was gonna say we went from one rape allegation to
another one.
There's a whole list of them going on for the NBA.
Yeah, a whole list of them. I'm sure that. Did you also see the apparently there's a tranny coming out. Hold on, now, Dunk, get back in here because we gotta talk. If we're gonna talk about trannies, we gotta have Dunk back in here. Apparently there is a famous transsexual, like either like hooker or model or something that's coming out. She's coming out on one of the Dayline shows, and there's a bunch of names of NBA players that she's apparently slept with. Quote unquote. Did you hear this, Dunk? There's like a transsexual model, hooker, and she's got a whole list of NBA players she slept with. Apparently, like
I'm pretty sure this is an older thing.
No, I just seen this like a commercial. Like this is something that's happening this week.
Man, I want to say that this has been out before. I want to say this has been out before, but I'm not 100%.
Dwight Howard got accused of sleeping with a transsexual before.
Yeah, he for sure did. He definitely.
We already talked about that one, but like,
yeah,
I don't know. I think a lot of the NBA guys are kind of playing both sides. The NBA guys are
they're soft.
But it's like if you're getting that much pussy, I mean, sometimes it's going to get kind of boring, and maybe you want to switch it up and try to play.
Right, Josh.
No, it's
Josh,
not boring. It's not going to get boring, and I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I've never been inside of a vagina and said, man, this was boring.
I wish it was flopping around on my dick.
Yeah, this is all cool and stuff, but man, I wish I had a dick in my hand.
Well, they're they're just fucking all the time, and it's like, hey man, I fucked this.
I just imagine I'm sitting there banging one out and just saying, man, I wish I really had a dick.
You know, like she's like, babe, is that good? Is that good? And you're like, yeah, but man, I sure wish
it's really.
You know what I could really go for? A fucking dick in my hand.
Now we know what Beaver's
I
sex
still
life
want
is
you to have
like.
tits. My sex life doesn't exist.
I'm sure it does. There's a bottle of Jergens right next to your bed.
We were talking about like things to watch. I watched the first like 3 episodes of the new season of Dave today.
Yeah,
what we're talking about made me think of that. Like he goes and stays with like his Jewish like producer, and they're just at this house like trying to make beats and just doing shit tons of borderline fucking gay shit, dude. Like he's showing him his dick. Like he gets gum stuck in his ass and he's like cutting gum out of his ass hair with scissors and all this stuff.
What is this?
And then Dave's like hood ass, you know, like black friend comes over with his buddy. And the one dude's still trying to be gay, like doing borderline gay stuff. And Dave's like, yo, what are you doing? He's like, what, man? Like, it can't be you. You know what I mean? And you got to see it. And like Dave's black buddy's like going, like, what? He's like, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know. You said what to watch. I'm sorry. I fucked this up, but the new season of Dave is fun.
Hey, bub, you're right. You'll catch up, bub. We'll talk. You can bring up the NBA playoffs here in 10 minutes too if you want. But
yeah.
Speaking of, hey, credit to you and Beaver for picking the Suns.
Yeah, we're talking about it. Before we get off this though, Frank Kaminsky is 100% bitch, right?
Say what?
Frank Kaminsky's 100% bitch, right?
Bitch? How so?
I mean, you let Beverly like completely blindside your point guard and like shove him in the bag, and you're standing right there. You have played 0 seconds in the NBA playoffs. Your job right there is to swing. I don't care.
Oh, I'm taking him out. Yeah, for sure.
He was standing right there, like seeing it all happen, and your job 1,000% is to swing at that motherfucker.
Think about hold on, Doc. Think about this. Think about this. Who was our super fan that was at the concert, and I thought him and you were about to get in a fight, and I went down there ready to swing on him. Didn't realize that you guys were loving on each other.
And dude, I played basketball. Like that was my sport, but basketball players are the biggest pussies in the world.
Oh, bad. I don't like playing at the parks. I don't like playing at the parks because they'll call pussy ass fouls.
Just think of this: somebody charges the pitcher. What's the catcher do? First one, his job is to make sure they don't reach the pitcher.
Yeah.
Somebody hits a quarterback late. What's the offensive linemen do?
They
don't care if they flag or not. They're hitting that motherfucker.
Unless it's Andy Dalton and the Cowboys.
But what I'm saying, Kaminsky watched Beverly just sucker blow his fucking point guard and just watched it. Like didn't do a damn thing.
Hey,
hit the court, pussy. Like.
And by the way, pushing him in his back, I got super bitch move too. By the way,
super bitch move.
Yeah, super bitch move. But I mean, what do you expect out of the NBA? You know, so.
I mean, we did get the whole brawl thing for people fighting there. So
yeah. Hey, welcome back, Rick Carlisle. Speaking of the brawl, welcome back to Rick Carlisle. We'll get to that here in a second. I will say this: I think the Clippers win that series with a healthy Kawhi. I think Clippers win it all with a healthy Kawhi. And, you know, I will say
it all with a healthy Harden and Kyrie, but they didn't have them.
Exactly. Brooklyn.
Yeah. I mean, it's nothing. I was pretty confident. I thought the Clippers were going to win it all with regardless, but Suns, hats off. It's going to be interesting. I think they win it all for sure. Bucks don't have it. I'm going to be cheering 100% for the Hawks through the rest of the playoffs. I'm a big Trae Young fan. I like the dude. He's got some swagger. Like
he got the greatest head coach
he reminds me of
now.
AI. Like his swag reminds me of AI kind of. He's different than LeBron. LeBron like is chauvinistic. He's more of like I got a chip on my shoulder, like a real chip on my shoulder, you know. So
Steph Curry 2.0. Like he's the Curry thing.
He's a little different than Curry though.
But he's more like Curry.
He's more floaters than he is step back threes.
The play style, yeah, but the attitude is a little bit different than Curry.
Yeah, I would never put Curry him in the.
And it's
if Curry tried to act like Trae Young, I would be like,
yeah, for sure.
Ankle injuries killed him. Curry and him both.
For sure.
What do those kind of players have bad ankles?
Probably because they're so shifty.
I don't know. I don't know.
Same reason you have bad knees. You're on them all the time, bub.
The Hawks do have the best coach of all time, though. Coaching them currently, so.
What, Nate? You're an idiot, dude.
Best coach ever.
Now is Nate an assistant coach or what is he?
He's the head coach right now. The Pacers actually just hired the guy that got fired from the Hawks as Carlisle's assistant now, Lloyd Pierce.
Yeah, we fired Nate. Now he's in the Eastern Conference Finals with the Hawks. Great move, guys. Great move.
Dog is, man.
Hey, it's okay because I really like who we got because other than Frank Vogel, this guy's my favorite coach that we've ever had.
With the Pistons before, was that not right, Beaver?
Is that right? Rick Carlisle.
He was with the Pistons first head coach.
I mean, he's also here. He was Larry Bird's assistant coach too when he was here with the Pacers.
Yeah, before he went to Pistons.
I love that mood. I think the Pacers are serious about winning now. I'm interested to see what they do with that 13th pick. If they trade, I think that they might try to trade down package.
They do shit. They're gonna draft some white dude from Gonzaga and fucking suck, dude.
They draft. I swear to God, listen, if they draft, I don't give a fuck if it's Luca 2.0. If you draft a white guy, Pacers, I'm done watching. I'm done.
I don't have a problem with drafting a white
Beaver,
guy.
shut the fuck up. No white guys.
Sure, he's a foreigner. That's all I care about.
It's gonna be the white.
We just drafted Goga and dude is soft.
They don't give him fucking playing time.
I agree, and I think he's got talent, but I just see him as soft. That's
because he's playing behind our other white guy,
who's not soft.
God damn! Why is Beaver yelling all of a sudden? That's not going to be
pissed off. He's mad because Britney Spears is not going to be a free woman.
In the Pacers.
In the Pacers.
One day she will.
I'm going to say Pacers.
Yeah, Beaver's waited 2 months for NBA talk, and he's letting it out.
Let's go.
I'm just infuriated that we have 2 starting centers still.
Right now, Beaver, who wins the NBA Finals? Right now, around the horn.
I'll go with the Suns because I got money on them.
I like that pick. I think I like the Suns too. I mean, it's easy because they're already there, but
I think get to wait a whole week before they play again.
I think it's gonna be Suns Hawks.
It'll be Suns and Bucks.
I don't think the Bucks will win tonight.
I think they will at home.
Trae Young's out again, so
I'll never bet on them again. They either show up and win by 20 or they lose a close game. Or, I guess not last game. They lost by about 15. But
Dunk's just lucky that there's a credit card limit.
Yeah, debit limit. I was about
debit limit.
I was all in, boys. I thought they were in another game. They're going to win this one, go home, finish the series. Negative.
Should be missing that one.
But I just thank God I'm a big soccer guy, and we're going to get it all back with England and Spain starting tomorrow. Parlay, all you guys out there, listen to the show. Parlay Spain tomorrow at noon with England Saturday at 3:00. Win all the monies, boys.
Big footy guy.
Start gambling on soccer. Did you just get bored? I got to pick up another obscure sport. You were into MMA. I think you started sucking at MMA, maybe.
I'm still fire at MMA.
He was so in on MMA, and he had 3 bad fucking cards in a row.
He made so much money on MMA.
Hey, okay, hold on, because we might as well transition. I'll bring this up. Speaking of MMA, were you watching the Diaz fight live? And he almost knocked Leon Edwards out at the end of the round. How pumped were you? Because you voted for him, though. Are you?
No, I didn't pick Diaz.
I thought you said you did. I thought you said I went with.
I placed a little boost bet on him.
Yeah.
With soccer, though, you got to think, boys. I lettered 4 years in high school. I played. I've been all in on soccer since I was in high school. So I know my shit. I know my stuff.
He knows it's soccer.
He just blew their mind.
Soccer's a very complicated sport to understand. You just kick the fucking ball. So.
How many are on the field at the time?
Oh, look! I was trying to piss him off. I seen him start shaking his head.
Hey, Dunk, how many are on the pitch at the time?
On the pitch, how many on each team?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm
on the field.
No, really, I'm confused.
How many?
It was what, 8, 9?
There's 11.
It's between 7 and 12. It's between 5 and 15. Between 5 and 15. Give them the credit.
When they got the red card, that's why I lost my bet. Dude. You don't know, B.
Beaver, you just
You said the trick question.
dude. It doesn't. What he does know is how much money he's made this year on
That was
fucking
a
soccer bets
Trick question, B.
and MMA bets.
On the pitch.
Jesus.
On the pitch.
And nil, dude. 2-0. You don't know that. You don't say zero. You say nil.
Hey Beaver.
No.
Hey, just think he's made more money this year on MMA, soccer, and AMC than you made driving a truck.
Damn right. I'm
That
proud of him.
actually might be true.
Proud of him for it.
And I lost my soccer bet.
Hold on. What'd you make the most money on? The AMC?
Oh yeah.
Really? Well, good. Pay your debt off, bitch.
Oh yeah. Dude, I'm making $500 bets on the Bucks, boys.
A little bit more if he was allowed to.
This is why he's so hot and cold. He's living the fucking high trade now. He's gonna lose all his money in a month, and we're gonna have to convince him not to quit the show. Watch.
Motherfucker,
Like next week would be like, boys, big cricket guy.
Yeah. You guys need to take this David Bernard guy here in cricket. He's from Croatia. He's a real good cricket player.
Some fucking Olympics
Big
time. He's gonna be like, you guys watch this curling shit right here? Fucking England's gonna take it all.
He's gonna come in after one of his harmonica shows, and some guy's gonna give him some bullshit ping pong tip.
I know a lot about soccer. I do know the game, but like all that boiled down to was I'm off all week, and I woke up at noon with an itch and nothing to do. And they're like, the Euros are coming. I saw it on Twitter. I said, let's make some bets, boys. And I turned on the fucking soccer Euros, and it was an electric day. I had a blast.
Hell yeah!
Can't wait for Friday.
He's gonna start a daily fantasy show for soccer.
I can't wait. Kane got a goal for England.
Nice.
He's finally back in there. Kane, their old guy. It's like their godfather guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So here,
England bring it home. You know.
Big England guy.
Duncan, at least you weren't this guy after AMC stretch, because interesting. So this man wins the lottery, wins $30,000 in the lottery, buys a $20,000 gold chain, and gets robbed.
I wouldn't get robbed, boys. I mean, been pissed. I don't have welts on the back of my neck from chain snatching. Never will. Never have.
That's because you live in Carthage. Everybody around you is old.
I think it's never even been tried to get to. And by the way, the pistols, free to get licensed to carry pistols starting today in Indiana. Did you see that?
Free to get license?
Yeah, it don't cost to have a license to carry anymore in Indiana. You just register your pistol, and
I like that.
Start blasting.
I like that. Everywhere, just imagine if everybody there's got to be a South Park episode about that where everybody just has guns and is like super on high alert because of everything. So people just shoot the fuck out of it. Yeah,
blasting off.
Just blasting off.
So is Indiana the only place that it's free?
No, there's a couple states that you don't even have to register for.
Can I take a guess? Let me guess. Kentucky.
Texas.
No.
Texas.
Yeah.
Hey,
West Virginia.
Fun fact: you know the freest state in the country. You know what the freest state in the country is? Nobody will get it.
New Hampshire.
Yep. Oh, let's go.
Nobody will get it first.
Yeah, New Hampshire. It is New Hampshire. They're probably one of them. They also have no sales tax and maybe no income. No, not no income tax. No state income tax. That's what it is. Like they don't charge very many taxes at all in New Hampshire. Yeah, very free state.
They've got like a badass license plate slogan too.
How the fuck do they have no sales tax? Like, what are the roads just one big fucking pothole?
That's gravel still everywhere. No, it's like you
They
got to take a wagon
like
and
a Chevrolet
carriage.
game.
The horses pull you everywhere. They give you a bicycle right to start at the.
How many people do you know?
Actually, it was just in New Hampshire. It was one of the most beautiful states I've been to. It's really nice. Super nice. But yeah, man spent $20,000 on a gold chain after winning a lottery, was robbed of it at a patrol station in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan. The man, who was identified as Jamal, won $30,000 in the Michigan lottery and then proceeded to buy a gold chain. Very responsible. According to local news sites, Click on Detroit, Jamal was wearing the chain while in the convenience store of patrol station when he was targeted by a group of 3 people. They tackled him to the ground, one who grabbed him from behind and snatched the chain off his neck before taking off in a vehicle. The gold chain is valued at $20,000. The patrol station owner told reporters that one of the robbers had taken a chain from another customer recently. This guy's just a chain snatching motherfucker. And what gas station is just people just walking in there with big ass gold chains on? You know, that's what were you gonna say there, Doug?
How much did they say that he won?
30 grand.
And then he spent 20 of it on a chain.
Yeah, it means the rest of the money is taxes. He's got to.
He was thinking, when am I ever gonna have 20 grand again to buy this chain?
Oh my god, dude! If I won 30 grand and I came home with a $20,000 chain, Megan would flip the fuck out.
Oh, I can hear it. I can hear her bitching from Morristown.
It would not be good.
I'd be like, babe,
be good for you.
Me with this chain on.
Leave my chain on.
Dude, I got all my jewelry.
Dude, I just realized something too. We missed a really brilliant opportunity here when we were talking about what medieval weapon we'd want, because there's also a story this week of Mark Zuckerberg throwing a spear, and this is about.
That was a while ago, but it is hilarious with the earmuffs.
Well, yeah, it's also been a while since we had a goddamn show.
But you know, he wore the earmuffs, and dude, people talk shit to him about like wearing the earmuffs and all that stuff. And he like was responding to the trolls, and he was like, "There was somebody shooting guns next to me." That's why he said he had the earmuffs on. That was one of his responses. They're like, somebody was like, "What do you have earmuffs on, you fucking pussy?" You know, like. And he was like, somebody was shooting guns next to me. Like he called him out.
Okay, so I'm pulling this video up. Hold on.
How long does Zuck last in a medieval fucking battlefield, dude?
He's bait. They just throw his ass out there. They throw his ass out there. It's kind of like, this is embarrassing bad. Like,
dude, just to show how good I am at medieval, we need to all get together this weekend and go axe throwing.
We don't need to axe throw. We need to do that. What's it called? Lark, where we all like from the movie Role Model.
Dude,
I have a buddy who does that professionally. Like, if we wanted to do it as a joke, he would be all in on that.
I do too. Bill, my buddy Bill wants us in it.
All right, can we see Mark Zuckerberg here?
Lark.
Yep, in Louisville.
Yep.
All right, here's Mark Zuckerberg throwing a spear for anybody interested here. It's real bad. Turn off this shitty music.
Yeah, don't let this be our strike for this fucking bullshit. Look at the shoulder lean.
The fucking arch.
That thing's
arch.
That's like 8 feet tall, probably. What a fucking putz.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think Beaver could get it. I don't think Beaver.
I would have just noticed, like, this spear probably weighs 10 pounds, and this little bitch could hardly fucking pick it up.
You think it weighs that much?
I mean, it's not heavy. It's no heavier than, like, let's say, it's not 10 pounds. I'm thinking,
what do you think? Let me see it one more time. Does it wobble in the air? Does it duck?
Just clicked out of it.
It does
wobble in the air. No.
I mean, does it have like this kind of thing in the air, or is it
my dick or that spear he just threw?
If it does this, it definitely don't weigh 10 pounds.
Oh man, what a great day in paradise. Jesus, a lot of shit's going on. Beaver, here's your time to shine, though. Just kidding. I think we got to come up with some funny bet like this, because a man has to spend 15 hours at Waffle House because of a fancy football bet. Is this correct? Did you guys hear about this shit?
Yeah, but he got an hour taken away for every waffle.
Every waffle he ate, which 9 waffles to me is not very strong. In 15 hours, if I get super stoned, I could eat 24 waffles in probably 3 hours.
I can knock out a 12-pack fucking box for
Oh,
breakfast.
the box, the little waffle, like Lego my Eggo waffles, I can eat a whole box. Yeah, whole box easily
with peanut butter on them.
Yeah, oh yeah, peanut butter and syrup, just pound them. I used to get, like, when I was a kid, I used to 2 at a time. And when I kept getting older, I kept like then going 3 at a time, and that was 3 at a time, and I'm getting 3 more.
That's the big thing at my grandma Duncan's, dude. Was breakfast there was always getting the deep freeze, and I'd pull out the Eggos, and
they're so good.
Many as she would make me.
The cinnamon ones, oh, fire. So let me kind of read through this article here. I forget exactly what this is if my computer cooperates here. So a fancy football bet led to one man staying at a Waffle House in Brandon, Mississippi for 15 hours. So Lee Sanderlin, who is a reporter for Clarion Ledger, said he came in last place in his fancy football league this year. As punishment, he had to spend 24 hours in a Waffle House. For every waffle he ate, an hour was taken off the clock. I think we got to do this for the podcast. We do something. The loser has to spend restaurant choice.
Dunk wrap a whole time.
What's best is, like, it'd be awesome if it was Beaver, and Beaver had to eat like something he didn't like.
I say we have to spend 24 hours like at PT's in a strip club, and we.
That sounds torturous.
That's horrible, guys.
How about a gay strip club?
Yeah, every hand job you give to a stripper, you get an hour off.
And we'll say like every like $100 you tip is an hour off of you.
every lap dance you get is an hour off.
Dude, we do that. Bieber's starting like Carson Wentz every week. He starts.
No,
So you're telling me I'm going to win
Beaver's
every
like this
week?
week. Beaver's got Baker Mayfield and Derek Carr in his lineup. His running back is our third stringer. Yeah.
Guys, I forgot to set my lineup.
Oh, God. I didn't know he wasn't playing this week. Oh shit. Oh, this will segue great to Britney Spears. Beaver, can you tell me what the fuck's going on here?
Bro.
Yeah, I need to know because I'm interested.
I've not delved into this, but the way I understand it is back when she was having her mental breakdown like 07, they pretty much did it as her family did it, well, quote unquote, did it as care for her, to make sure they had say over her estate because she was mentally incapable. So she went to court last week to try to get it uncovered, essentially, or undone, so she can have control of her estate. And basically, her character, like I think her dad owns like even the Britney Spears name and everything, so like he has complete control over what she does, the way I understand it. But yeah, it's all fucked up.
So supposedly, it's like almost her whole life, like they just like watch over her all the time.
Yeah, she hadn't had she couldn't do shit.
But I think her dad. I was gonna say I don't think her dad owns it anymore. I think
All right, so Spears' father,
somebody
Jamie,
else.
yeah, Spears' father Jamie has been her co-conservator since 2008, when the singer suffered a well-publicized meltdown. The latest news comes after the judge overseeing Spears' conservatorship denied her request to remove her father's. So this happened yesterday. Denied her request. Like, this is fucked up. Like,
I heard she got free though. I didn't hear.
No, she's trying to get free. She did not get free.
Everyone's still saying free Britney.
But what happened today, I guess, the big thing that happened today is I think like one of the lawyers that oversees it stepped down because he sees how fucked up it is. So there's a lot of shit going on. I mean, it's kind of fucked up. I wouldn't doubt if her dad paid off the lawyer or paid off the judge or something. Because I mean, nobody can sit here in their right mind say this is what's going on is right by any means. So
if they free her and like our show blows up or whatever, I'm marrying Britney Spears.
Megan Duncan just joined the chat here, guys. So that'd
be who I would go after in Hollywood, I think.
Dude, that's a rabbit hole right there if you want to jump down and on either side of that Britney situation. It's a
so Josh, are you well informed? Tell me about it.
I'm not well informed, but I know that
was she gonna buy NBC?
There's one side that says that she should be like that she's not well and she couldn't care for herself, and they kind of prop her up on stage. And then the other side is, hey, your dad's controlling everything, your dad's controlling her life and ruining her life. But it's a wild thing if you jump down it. There's a bunch of crazy shit to go. It's wild.
So that's a get real stoned and spend about 2 hours on Reddit reading everything.
2 or 3 hours. Yeah, it's wild, man. I think there's a show about it even.
I just don't really care about it. Like, if I don't see it, I'm not gonna look. Like,
He doesn't care about it, but he wants to marry her.
They're like, at the end of it, we're gonna show you Britney's titties. I'll be like, all right, I'll read it.
Oh God. Okay, this may be my favorite story of the week. So Tom Brady interview came out last week, where basically he was kind of making fun of the GM for kind of skitting over him late in his free agent decision. It came out this week that that it was basically Derek Carr that he was talking about, because he had a famous quote and he goes, "You're going to stick to that motherfucker over me." Well, that motherfucker is Derek Carr, by the way. So congratulations. Yeah, so we can all be pretty sure that Tom Brady will be pleased with his choice to sign for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers after winning another Super Bowl last year. Despite that, there were a ton of speculation about where he could have gone after he left the Patriots. And this video clip made everybody wonder who he was talking about, and happened to be from Pat McAfee. Let's play.
But I would have maybe put a substantial amount on the Buccaneers' future Super Bowl to win. I had no idea that there was a team that was interested in Tom Brady until the very end, and then said, nah, and made Tom Brady. Now, who knows how it actually went down? Jordan, Utah coach. Who knows how this actually went down? Tom Brady got so much like emotional rush out of this team dropping out that he turned it into another chip on top of getting kicked out of New England, on top of he's got to be better than Bill Belichick, on top of whose legacy is it for the greatness? Is it Tom or is it Bill's? On top of all of that, now there's some other NFL team that we do not know. People are saying it's maybe the Rams, which I don't know. Maybe people are saying maybe it's the Bears. Ooh. I guess the Bears are being mentioned in this entire thing. And is that Nick Foles? Then yet again, because Nick Foles in the Eagles, by the way, catches touchdown in game against Patriots where Tom dropped it. Tom allegedly won't go shake Nick Foles' hand. COVID protocols, by the way.
Right.
So we're not 100% sure, although he did shake other hands. Maybe he was told he could shake other hands. Him and Nick Foles don't. Is that because Nick Foles goes up there and the Bears were in conversation and they say, no, we're going to stick with Foles and Mitchell Trubisky. Is that who he's saying? You're going to stick with that motherfucker, which is what he said on the barbershop, which is coming up. I cannot wait to watch it, by the way. That episode's going to be unbelievable. I really enjoy that series, by the way. But that's going to be, was it the Colts? And did he hear that we were talking to Phillip Rivers? And then that's why at the end, whenever the coach dropped out, he's, you're going to stick with that mother. Who was it? Because I would like to know. And
it's the Raiders.
It's the Raiders.
Sure. The Raiders. Brady was clearly the most coveted QB in the league last summer, as he could turn anybody into a championship contender, but he's always there to be too expensive. The Las Vegas Raiders find themselves stuck in quarterback purgatory with Derek Carr. He's dangerously close to average, and he'll usually play well and give you a chance to win, but when the game is on his shoulders, there's always a feeling that he'll let you down when it matters most, which sucks, man. Carr's a talented quarterback, but yeah, it's I think it's a fucking head thing with him. But
you're terrible, dude. He ain't as bad as his brother, though.
Oh God, I used to love playing the Texans every week. I'm like, I knew that we were gonna get 4 interceptions.
Some of the best sound bites that have ever came out was when Mathis was on Pat McAfee's show, and you could tell that Rob got like to where he thought it was just them in the room talking and nobody else could hear. And he was talking about the old games, and he said that they used to call the Texans games like "go get your bonuses." Like they would go into like the second Texans game and be like, "Oh, you need to pick, you need 2 sacks, you need to," and they would like scheme to just go get their bonuses on fucking Carr.
Yeah,
this is that crazy. That's how you prepare for the NFL team is go get your bonus. Checks.
I love it. I used to love those games too. When we'd be like 13-0, we'd go in the last game of the season. We'd have the division clinch up, and like Dallas Clark would need 9 catches to get to 100. And literally, I remember one play, Peyton. Every fucking play was the Dallas, like little screens of Dallas Clark all the way down the field.
And look, as soon as he said that, you start thinking about that, and you're like, dude, that's what they were fucking. I think NFL teams do that shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, they definitely.
That's why at the end of the year, boys, we talked about it on Dunkman's Blue Collar DFS. Like, if somebody needs something
to get that bonus
or needs something for something, you bet them fucking overs, dude. You bet that shit.
Yep.
All right, so Duncan, you have an Ask an Idiot question for us this week.
I do.
Yeah, your Dumb and Dumber thing.
Oh yeah, this story. Did you see this, boys? Did you hear about this?
Did you see this? Did you hear about this?
You don't think so?
There's like 2 fucking buffoons that fucking remade this identical I know you've seen it, like moped
motherfucking bastards.
And they legit made the whole trip together on this fucking moped. It's got like the rooster tail on the back. They're dressed just
That's
like
awesome.
it. And I forget where it starts, but to Aspen, you know what I mean? Where's the beginning part of this? Where's it start at?
Where they start?
I can't remember where they leave from.
Me either.
It's a fucking drive. I know that, and they fucking did it.
And they start in Europe.
Yeah, Europe. You know what I mean?
Europe.
Over everything.
Europe.
Do you remember where they fucking started? Where did they leave from?
They were like out the plane somewhere, right?
I can't
Yeah,
remember.
I got worms.
But anyways, they recreated it. Like they drove all the way to Aspen. They were even like doing this fucking shit on the roads and stuff, like the same route and everything, like all the scenes.
That's awesome.
So like I seen that. Rob Hartag sent it to it. I seen it before he did, but it was all over the internet.
Thanks, Rob.
Thanks, Rob.
Love you, man.
Always coming through for us, bub.
Yeah, favorite ginger, dude.
Friend of the show now.
Hey, his bike rides with Matt almost ruined the pod. So I
Almost took us down.
almost took us down, dude.
Yeah.
All right, so like what I was gonna ask is like what movie scene would you recreate if you could recreate a movie?
I'd probably would be I'd be Leonardo DiCaprio in the back of a 1920 car on Titanic. No.
Hey, I was gonna go Titanic on mine.
No, I would say this is gonna sound stupid, but road trip. And the reason being is I've always wanted to travel with my friends in a minibus.
Just a minibus?
Just a minibus across country, and just like that aspect of just traveling across the country in a minibus, probably stolen with my friends would be the greatest. I think that should be a show because we can rent minibuses. I think us five, we go somewhere in a minibus and just think about Beaver's driving because he has to, and the rest of us are drunk in the back of a minibus, humping fucking poles and dancing to Def Leppard,
Out leopard print panties and shit.
Oh, smashing beers over each other's head,
freestyle.
Yeah, by the time we get back, we'll all be single. It'll be great. No.
What are you gonna recreate?
Man,
I think if it's just the scene to recreate, I think it'd be awesome to do the scene from The Kingsman when he's in the church at the end, just fucking killing everybody.
You want to go to a church and just murder people?
Dude,
damn, Josh.
Killing each other.
A live looking Josh Helderbrand's brain right there.
The Kingsman is fucking insane.
Yeah, this podcast is getting flagged this week.
Kingsman is insane. I don't know, man. Like I think the maybe like Days of Thunder. You know what I mean?
Days of Thunder would be good.
Good racing. I was also thinking like striptease, like when that was my thing.
I want to be the water that Christina Brinkley jumps into during the movie show or what's Showtime? What is the what was the big money that or the big movie that came out in the 90s?
No, I don't know.
Wild.
Yeah, with Christina Brinkley from fucking Saved by the Bell. Showgirls. That's it. Yeah, Showgirls. That's how I want to be the water she jumps in.
I think I want to recreate the party from Project X.
Yes. Yes. That's funny you say that because for my graduation party from college, I recreated I took their picture from that movie and I recreated it and called it Matapalooza. And it probably still this day was the biggest party I ever threw. My college grad party was huge.
That would have been old school though.
Yeah, old school, but I used the picture from Project X where they're all like passed out, drunk,
What old school when they call Palooza or something like that?
Yeah, old school. It's Mitch Palooza.
Mitch Palooza.
Yeah. So I had a Matapalooza. Yeah.
Marching band? You guys, I own like 3 circuit cities. I have
I rolled some fucking marching band out here. I won 1.8 million that the government knows about. And you
goddamn marching band. Make sure you're close to the stage.
I'm thinking of a master plan. By the way, one of my very underrated Snoop song, by the way, Papered Up is you put that song, I could be in church. You put that song on. I'm starting to, I'm grooving.
Yeah. You guys, I'm going to guess Beaver's movie scene that he wants to recreate is when Smokey sucks the bandit's dick. Beaver, what movie? I want to see Beaver surrounded by cats somewhere.
I would guess Lady in the Tramp when they eat the spaghetti.
Yeah. Something from the Aristocats.
Can't hear you, Beav.
I see your lips moving, but I can't make out the words. Beaver, turn that microphone back down. What is going on?
Oh,
Beaver fucked this all up. He was legit about to talk shit about you.
A huge answer that we need to hear.
Yeah, this is.
No.
There it is. All right.
I was trying to say it's actually the scene from the Titanic where Jack and the chick are like on the edge of the ship and
The bow.
Would you be holding up your cats there, Beaver, instead of Rose?
Well, then I would just be doing Lion King right then.
I got to say this, B. I went on a cruise, and my mind was in the same place as yours, and I was like, I'm gonna do the Leo. They rope off the front of the boat now on cruises and shit. Like you can't.
Yeah, because so many people probably fly overboard trying to recreate that scene
off the fucking boat, so you can't even get to the bow of the ship.
That's funny. As we're pulling the last cruise, the only cruise I've went on, as we're pulling Beaver, you're supposed to go on that.
I was.
As we're pulling away from like the dock,
I still never got my money back.
We're setting out. Me and my buddy Gary Dunnigan are sitting on the back balcony. I had fucking Celine Dion playing on my phone, and everybody started cracking up. It was great. Good moment. Beaver, I wish you could have been there. You probably would have cried.
I wish I could have been there too.
One cruise, and I will say this live on this show.
It's a blast.
No, that is with Megan and my family and everybody, but that is the closest I've ever been to divorce.
What would happen?
I mean, I was every other day. So like I was hammered all fucking day. And I would just go sleep the next day. All right. And then I would sleep off my hangover. Then I'd wake up and go, let's go again. And I'd be hammered again. So it was like every other day. And it was bad, dude.
How were you not divorced?
It was bad.
Could you imagine him just going up to the ship's captain and trying to get his aux cord?
Oh, yeah. Music on, man. They kicked me out of the casino, dude. They kicked me out of the casino, and security brought me to my room and gave me to my wife and it was like, go to sleep.
Take this guy.
I want to play some Jay-Z.
I will tell you what. Beaver, this is, I mean, legit. We should go on a cruise in the next year together. We have to. We go on a cruise and makeup. You do the unlimited alcohol. You pay like $250 up front. There is a limit. Like you can only do like 17 drinks in a day. Go ahead.
Don't do it. Don't do it. The thing you do is you buy the bottles. So like,
buy the bottles is the smartest thing.
You get free pop, you get free juice. So like just.
Yeah, I mean, if you buy what's cool is since you're on the ocean, anything they sell there's like electronics that's no tax and it's cheaper.
You can't drink that though. They hold it till you get off the ship. So you can buy that stuff with no booty. That's what it's called. But they hold it till you get off the ship. But before you go, you can buy.
Oh, bring bottles. That's right.
Or you can buy a fifth of this, and it's in your room when you show up. It costs more, but that's the play. Don't buy the little alcohol pass thing. That thing, it's like 6 drinks a day, dude.
No, mine was like 15.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't that on Carnival. So like my stepdad's one that told me like I just bought like 2 bottles of vodka, and then I would go get like cranberry juice and like just free juice all the time. And I was just fucking mixing, dude, nonstop.
Oh, it was so much fun. Probably to this day, the one of the drunkest I've ever been is the first night of cruise. Throughout the day, I had 18 Jack and Cokes. I was just slamming those motherfuckers.
It's easy to, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's like an entire day. By the end of the day, and I literally passed out. The best thing is, everybody goes to the room. I would always go to the very back of the ship and just pass out on a lawn chair because it's just completely silent. Nobody's around you. You're drunk as fuck, and you got nothing but the ocean out. It's fucking awesome. Like cruise traveling is the best in my opinion.
The one we went on had like 8 different bars and like on the ship. So like we'd go to the nice dinners, and that was one of the things that pissed Megan off. So I'd be popping going to the like formal dinner, and I would keep drinking, and then we'd get done with the formal dinner, and I'd like strip. I was wearing like Colt shirts and shit, pissing her off. And I would like take off my stuff and be like, let's go to the bar. So mad. And like, I remember I went to the piano bar and lit the fuck up, dude. Like nonstop. And then slept the whole next day. And then she was like, really, just come on vacation to sleep, gets mad. And then I wake up the next day and I'm like, all right, I feel better. That was like every other day for real.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cruises are fun.
Yeah. We should
I wish I could have gone.
We also went scuba diving on a
we did too, and it was awesome.
It was like one of the excursions.
Yes.
We get on this boat with like in Mexico, and they have margaritas and like huge Gatorade fucking coolers. And it's like all you can drink, dude. They call it a booze cruise. So I'm just pounding fucking margaritas, just hammered as fuck. and then they like shoved me off a boat into the ocean. Like at first I was choking, like I couldn't get it down. And then I figured out how to use the scuba thing.
Oh, dude, it legit.
I get to looking out, and there's like a Mexican dude over here
in the water, in the middle of the ocean.
And then there's like one over here, you know, and they're like doing a perimeter around us. And I look at the American guy who's working with them that decided to just live there and do cruises for a living. Genius, by the way.
Great move.
And I'm like, what are they doing? They're just looking out, you know, for sharks. And I said, whoa, what? Like, they're gonna stop them if they want to go by where they're at.
Here's the thing: is most sharks won't even fuck with it. They don't even care. Like
when I got out, I'm out. No sharks.
I tell you what. If you've never been scuba diving before, like your first plunge underwater and you're breathing it just out of your mouth, it's kind of you have to like. Oh yeah, you have to like talk yourself into it. You're like, this is not normal. Like I'm underwater breathing. It took me a minute because I first went under and panicked, and I came back up. I was like, okay, don't be a bitch.
Take back everything. Mine wasn't scuba. Mine was snorkeling.
Okay, so I went scuba. I actually went like 20 feet under. Yeah.
So I was getting water in the snorkel and was freaking out. So yeah, snorkeling.
Scuba diving is a different animal. I was like 20 feet under the water. It was pretty awesome. And we did see some sharks, but they were like little tiger sharks. They're not, nothing.
No way. But once I got the scuba thing down, or the snorkeling thing down, dude, just like looking down in crystal clear water and like.
Oh, it's so cool. Did you go near the reefs?
Like tropical fish, just not bluegill and catfish. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So
I kept banging my dick on the coral reef down there.
It was awesome, dude. I would go back, dude. The cruise was awesome. I'm ready to go on one.
Hey, do you think all of our significant others would let us go on a cruise together?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah.
No. I don't know. I gotta talk to the cats.
Beaver, ask your cats.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think a 3-day cruise. I think a 3-day cruise. It can't be an extended one. That'd be too much because we would just be off the walls, drunk as fuck.
I don't think you can do 3. I think it's like 5, right? 5
no, you can do 3. It's 3. You can do like as short as 3, and the last one I did was 5 days, and I got an 8-day.
At least 5.
Me and Taylor doing an 8-day.
I paid for a 5-day.
Beaver, you did pay for a 5-day. Gary, thanks you very much.
I would do a 5. I'd do a 5. I think I would just have to be like, hey, babe, we're doing it. Like, hey, sorry.
Hey, babe, we're going on this cruise. No, you're not. No, I really am. Next July.
I don't know if we could go 5 days without somebody fighting each other. I mean,
we would make it on there.
I don't know.
For sure, Beaver's going overboard the first night.
You gotta think we would have no phone. You don't even have your phone. Like you have no internet.
Oh, it's great. I loved it. Like I loved it. That was my favorite part. You just had no contact with the outside world. You're forced to talk to the people around you. The weirdest things happen on a cruise. Like I was literally on the back deck one day and I look over to my right and the guy's literally right there in the chair next to me, just finger banging his girlfriend, like 3 feet away from me. I'm like, cheers, bub.
We went on our cruise and Ray sneaks one doobie every time we cruise, one joint in a cigarette pack and gets through everything. Like I would be scared to death, but he does it every time he goes. Has one little doob.
Dude, I'm taking every dude.
The middle of the fucking night, dude, and we were leaving the bars. Like we were in the bars, closing them down, hammered drunk, like absolutely hammered, stumbling drunk. And we go to the top deck, and there's like a putt-putt course.
Oh yeah, yes.
And I am talking tropical fucking storm, dude. Like not like rain real hard, but just imagine like just wind as hard as you can imagine wind, dude. Like just hard ass wind. And we each pick up putt-putt clubs and balls, and like it's dark as fuck, and we're just trying to play holes of putt-putt. I swear on my life, Ray fucking hits a putt, dude, like teeing off. And it reminds me of Caddyshack when he's like, best round I ever played, and he has to finish the round. And remember, he putts the one, and then the wind like blows the ball, and it goes back and like goes in the hole, and they're going.
Yeah.
It did that, dude. Ray putted, and the wind blew the ball, and it bounced off some stuff and like went in the hole. And I remember me and him dying laughing, and I run and like jump and tackle him. We're fall on the ground laughing. It's one of the best memories I got with my stepdad, boys. I'm telling you, it was fucking hilarious.
Between that and when you guys first met in that shed out back, that was some of your best memories with Ray.
But we get done, and he fucking pulls that out of his cigarette pack, and I go, Ray. And I'm like, okay.
I guess I'll get high.
I was like, fuck it, And then I went home and almost got divorced, and then I came back out the next day and I was good.
You're good.
All right, that segues right into a Florida man. Every week on Highly Inappropriate, we go straight to Google. We type in a Florida man. Whatever pops up. We're going to talk about, and it never fails. It's some fucked up idiot on drugs in Florida does something crazy. And this week, yes, a Florida man is actually accused of hiding meth inside of his dick. Not real sure how this works out. So a Florida man tried to smuggle methamphetamine into a local jail by hiding it in a sensitive area, according to Orange County Sheriff's Office. Deputies said that they were in the process of booking Shaft Bang Adams. His name is Shaft Bang Adams. It's not a joke.
This is why he can hide in his dick.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to have a fucking baby on if his name's Shaft Bang, right? Or he's an 80s porn star. Into the Orange County jail on May 13th, and they located 4 white crystal rocks inside of his penis skin during a strip search. It's in his foreskin.
Oh, so he's Jewish?
He's Jewish. Yeah, that's right. Adams is facing a charge of introducing contraband in the state. First, hold on, wind up. How do they discover meth in his foreskin? Are they checking your foreskin on arrest now?
Bend over, roll your foreskin back.
Got to check your foreskin, sir.
This discussion, bend over, spread your cheek.
Oh my God. The most recent incident was on June 22nd when Debbie said they saw him making hand-to-hand transactions in the area known for narcotic sales. So this guy, he's in for the long haul, guys, because he can't get it figured out. He can't quit smoking meth. He's like a lot of our listeners there in Carthage, Indiana.
He legit has that dope dick. You know what I mean?
That dope dick. Give it to you, T-O-D.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, buddy. Thank you guys so much for listening to Highly Inappropriate. Make sure you subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite podcasting app. That's Spotify, iTunes, wherever you want to go, iHeartRadio. Also, make sure you like this video on YouTube. If you've not done it, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is growing, and my goal is to grow that thing. I'm going to focus on that pretty heavy after I finish the website. So let's fucking go on that. Also, ring the bell. That way you're notified every time we upload a video. Also, all of our social medias, make sure you like, follow, you get it. HI Entertainment, that's at Highly Inappropriate Entertainment on Facebook, at Highly Inappropriate Podcast on Twitter and Instagram. Peace out, bitches.
Later.